Good morning, everyone. It's Friday morning, our live yoga. I'll give everybody a few minutes to come on and get organized. If you've got a mat, throw it down. If you don't have a mat, just throw down a towel, or if your floor is carpeted, you don't need either one. If you have a strap, we're going to try some balance work today. So if you have one, great. If you don't worry about it. It's not a really big deal. When I first started doing yoga, I used the tie for my robe. Good morning, Allison. So, if you do have it, great. And if you don't, really, honestly, don't stress about it. So, we'll give everybody a few minutes. Have a seat on your mat. We're going to focus on your breath to begin with. And I'm getting a lot of great feedback. Everybody was loving the chanting and the oming at the end of it, so we may do that again. So we'll just get started, and we're going to take a few deep breaths. One of the key factors with yoga is learning how to connect your breath when you're moving through a posture. So when you're breathing in and out of the nose, you want to put the tongue to the roof of your mouth. That way the throat doesn't dry out when you're breathing. So obviously I cannot talk and do this at the same time. So we want to try to breathe into the belly. And then what's going to happen is you're going to try to hold that breath and the contraction of the abdominals while you're moving through each posture. That's where the fun begins. So as we're going to take a few breaths in and then we'll get started. So you want to breathe in through the belly. So we're taking a nice long breath in here. And exhale. So again, just place your hands on your belly. It really kind of helps you connect that. So you're breathing into here. We're not breathing this way or into the chest. We really do want to breathe down. So we're really expanding the lungs as you breathe in. And exhale. And again, breathe in. And exhale. All right, we're going to bring the arms in. So as you inhale and exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more in as you inhale. And exhale. We're going to interlock your fingers as we extend them out. Take a breath in, lift the chest, and exhale, roll back. Extend the arms, reach them forward. So we're really rolling back onto the sit bone, onto the tailbone. And then inhale, roll forward on the sit bones. Take your breath, or take your chest and lift. And then exhale, roll it out. And inhale. And exhale. So focus on your breath as you make the movements through. So you're inhaling and exhaling. I can't do that and talk at the same time. So you focus on yours. I'll focus on instruction. All right. Inhale. Last one as you exhale and press out. Good. Inhale and release. So we're going to roll around onto our hands and knees, and we're going to come into cat and camel. So your knees are below your hips, and the hands are below your shoulders. Ideally, what you want to do is arch your back, lift the chest so that you're lifting and stretching through the rectus abdominis. So the shoulders come down. We're not shrugging here. Lift the chest as you take a nice long deep breath in. Roll your tailbone under, so the movement starts from your hips. Drop the head, look through your legs as you exhale, round it up. And release. Good. Inhale and exhale. Roll it up, drop the head, and exhale. Pull the belly button in towards your spine. Good. And inhale. So as we do the roll and the camel part, then what you're doing is pulling your abs in to get that contraction. Press into your palms. So as you press down, it opens up the arm and stretches out the forearm. Okay, let's do 2 more here as we inhale and roll it under. Exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Come back to neutral. We're going to do a shoulder roll. So we're going to protract and retract. Now we're going to add a little circle to that. And imagine you're going around in a forward circle and you're just pushing into the arms, retracting through the shoulders, press into out of the shoulders and around. Let's go 2 more. Good, and switch. Now roll it around. So ideally, as you press in and out, you're just pulling your shoulders forward and backward. Oh, I lost track of what I was doing. Hold on. There we go. It gets a little tricky when you're trying to do both directions. All right, hold it here. Now, this one's a little bit more intense. So we're going to keep the weight forward. We're going to stretch out the forearms and the wrist. So you're going to take your hand and place it so your fingers now point towards your knees. Yeah? And now back the other way. Take it slow as we move through the sequence. As you place your hands, fingers forward, fingers towards your knee. Okay? And keep going. We're going to speed it up in a second. So you have a little weight in the palms. Pull the abs in. More weight in the knees. Okay, so we're going to speed it up just a little bit. Careful of your placement. Good. 1 more each way and stop. From here, we're going to actually walk your hands forward. We're going to drop down into a cobra. So we're lifting, pull the abdominals in, press back into child's pose. Good. So you're putting your butt back onto your heels, extend the arms, press your palms down. Take 1 breath in. As you lift up through the abs, hold your position here, roll your shoulders back, let your hips drop, lift the chest. 1 breath in. Use your abdominals as you lift and press back into child's. Good. 2 breaths here. Pull your abs in, come up, hold the shoulders, roll them back, drop your hips. Good. 1 breath here. And back we go. We're going to do the sequence 1 more time. Take 2 breaths in here. Keep the arms completely straight. Press your palms down into the floor. Here we go. Pulling the abdominals in. Press into the legs. Come up, round the shoulders. Stabilize your shoulders here. Drop your hips. Lift the chest. 1 breath in. As we go back into child's pose, we're going to do a side bend. So pull the abdominals in. Take your knees wide if you need to. If you need to sit on a block, you're going to do that. From here, we're going to go to the left. So you're going to walk your left arm out and then your right. Your hips stay centered. You're going to feel that stretch in the right side of the body. And hold. You're actively pressing your palms down into the floor. Okay, shift the weight slightly into the right butt cheek. Okay, we're going to come back to center as you walk your right hand back. And again, we're going to come up and into cobra. Lift the chest, 1 breath in. Pull the abs in, press back into child's pose. And then we're going to go to the right. So you're going to walk your right hand over and then the left. And again, shift the weight slightly into the left butt cheek. So you're actively pressing that left hand down into the floor. Okay, here we go. As we inhale, come back to center. And again, forward motion as you come up. Lock in your elbows, drop the hips, lift the chest. Inhale. And exhale back into table. All right. Replacing your hands underneath the shoulders. And we're going to, again, flip the palms of the hands. So now your fingertips are going to turn towards. You're going to stretch that out. Hold here. Lean slightly forward. I know it's a little scary. And then lean slightly back. You're going to feel that stretch in the forearm. Lean slightly forward. This is where you need to control this through the abs. And lean slightly back. Good. Come back to center. Turn the right hand forward, left hand forward. Now we're going to go through a series of 6. Turn your palm and forward. That's 2 and 3. Good. And breathe. Flip. So you're turning your palms. So the fingers are pointing out, pointing in. We have 1 more each hand. Good. And stop. Take your knees wide, come down, and we're just going to roll your wrists. It's a lot of work, but we want to stretch out the forearms as best we can. All right. So, press up. You're going to come forward, and you're going to bring your left foot forward. I'm going to move my mat back so you guys can see better. There we go. Okay, so from here, you're going to bring your left foot forward. If you need to roll up your mat or put a cushion under your knee, you're going to do that. We're going to rock forward, take a breath, arch the back, lift the chest. And then we're going to exhale, press your butt back, lift your toes, straightening out the leg. You're pressing from the butt backward. And we're going to feel that lengthening in the hamstring. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press forward. Allow the right hip to drop. If you have blocks and you need blocks, place them under your hands. 1 breath, we're going to go back. Same idea. Lift your toes. Press your hips back, lengthening out the hamstring. Try to keep your back as straight as you can. And forward. Drop that hip. Now, we're going to place your right hand, make a fist if you need to. You're going to place your left hand to the inside of the knee, so your fingers are pointing inward. We're going to inhale left and exhale turn gently. Then we're going to press that knee open. You're going to allow that foot to roll onto the side as you gently let it fall out. Turn into it. Okay, we're going to bring the knee back in and place your hand, press back, lift your toe. We're going to do that 1 more time. Here goes. We exhale, drop forward, place your hand. If you're on a block, use your block. Place your hand to the inside of your knee. You're going to inhale, lift your chest, rotate slightly, and let your knee drop out. One more breath. Okay, come forward and press back. Pull your left foot forward, and left knee back, and then bring your right foot forward. So we're going to do that on the opposite side. So we're going to drop the hips forward. So you're going to feel that stretch through the left hip flexor. Keep the chest lifted. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press your butt back, lift your toes, and you're straightening out the leg. I'm a little tight, so my leg's not completely straight. And if you're up on your blocks and you need blocks, then you're going to be here, and that's totally fine. Or here, or your fingertips. As long as you can keep your back straight. Here we go. As we exhale, come forward. Take a breath in. And exhale. Press back. Lift your toes. Straighten out the leg. 1 breath in. We're going to do 1 more as you drop forward. Shoulders are back. Take a breath in. And exhale. Press your butt back. Lift your toes. Again, we're looking to lengthen out the hamstring. Now, as we go forward, we're going to do that little hip opener. Okay, as we exhale, come forward. Plant your hand. If you're on a block, use that or make a fist. You're going to place your hand to the inside of the knee, and you're going to just, as you gently press, twist, and then drop the leg open. So your foot's actually rolling onto the side. Okay, come back to center and press back. Good. Here we go. Coming forward, place your hand on the knee, twist and drop it open. Good. You don't have to overly twist it, just a little bit. Good. Come back to center. Press back one more time. Good. And let's do one more here. Place your hand on the knee, twist into the leg, drop your knee out. Okay, and come back and press back. Drag your foot with you. You're going to take your knees wide, toes together, back into child's pose. Extend your arms, drop your forehead. Okay, you're going to slide your arms back so your hands are in line with your knees and press yourself up. Okay, we're going to go into puppy pose, which is a really big chest and shoulder opener. So be very careful as you go forward to modify what you need to do in your own body. So as we go forward into puppy pose, you're still in child, like your knees are still apart, and you're taking your arms forward. See how my butt's coming up in the air? And then drop your elbows. Okay, so for some people, this is going to be a really big shoulder opener already. Ideally, we're going to work to drop the chest and then place your chin on the floor. So as we go forward, and I've been working on this myself, like I'm pretty tight in my shoulders. So you're here, and then just either drop your forehead, or if you're able, just work to drop your chest. If it's not there yet, just breathe into it. So again, this is a really big opener for the chest and the shoulders, so just be careful when you're doing it. One more breath here. Okay, we're gonna lift forward onto your elbows, roll your toes under, and flatten your body. Roll the shoulders back into cobra. So from here, we're gonna just pull your shoulder blades back. Imagine you're scooping your chest upward towards the floor. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders, and you're really just looking to lift the chest up. It's a kind of a passive stretch. Okay, we're going to go back into puppy, which means we're going to roll your toes under, lift your upper body, place your knees, and press back. So just work your way back into child's. Okay, and then we're going to slide forward till your butt's in the air, drop your elbows, and then just worry about breathing into that. All right, here we go. As we slide forward, roll your toes under, drop into cobra, and just hold here. Then we're going to work our way up into some balance. Alright. All you're going to do is place your hands, roll yourself back, press up, step your left foot forward, and then your right, and up we come. Inhale. So, obviously I need to change this slightly. So, I want to work on tree, which I find to be really fun. It's fun for everybody. Alright, so you're going to place your feet hip width apart, and then what you want to do is when we shift the weight over, you're really going to lift up. Contract your quad. You want to try to lift your, pulling from the knee upward, and pull the abdominals in. As you bring your foot up, you're either going to go to the inside of your thigh, around the knee, around your calf, or at your ankle. If you need a chair, stool, or something beside you to hold on to, then you're going to do that. It's a little low, but you get the idea. So if you were to stand in balance, you would do that. I have all things in my room. All the things are here. So when we go into tree, we're going to start here. The trick is you're going to contract this quad, push it against your foot, and then push your foot against your quad, squeeze your butt, lift, and hold. If you're good and you have a balance point, probably not watching me, but watching something in front of you, you're going to extend the arms and lift them straight up. Not your shoulders, you're not shrugging, you're just holding your arms straight up above you. Squeeze everything. Good. We're going to exhale and release. Roll that knee in, tuck, and release. Okay, we're going to do the other side, and then you're going to do a bit of an extension. So, we're standing, contract your quad, bring your foot to the inside of your thigh, if you're able, or around your knee, calf, or place it in front of your ankle. Okay, pull in, lift, extend the arms if you're able. Find something to focus on. And exhale, release, roll your knee in and tuck. Okay, we're going to do something a little fun. It's fun for me, let's be clear. So a little bit of an extension. So if you need a strap, a belt, whatever, you're going to use that. So if you don't, not a problem. So I'm going to show you both ways. All you're doing is wrapping your two fingers around the big toe, and we're looking to open the hips. So you're going to not have your leg out here, but you're going to pull the knee inward. Now, if you can't grab that, you're going to wrap the strap around your foot, and you're going to hold and balance wherever you're able to do. So don't sink backward like I was just doing. You really want to lift nice and tall, and we're using the muscles in the hip in order to maintain the knee. So this isn't always viable for everybody because eventually we press it straight out. So if you can't reach that, your strap will go around your foot, and then you've got your strap and your strap. Yeah? Okay. So let's start with your strap or grabbing your toe. So if your knee's out here, we're going to work those muscles in the hip to pull it forward. We're just holding here. Okay, if you need to for extra balance, place your hand out here. Okay, and release. Now we're going to switch sides. And again, we're going to lift. Remember, we're contracting this quad. Pull your abdominals in. Wrap your thumbs around your fingers around your toe. I have less balance on this side. Okay. Shoulders back, chest is lifted, you're still breathing. All right, and release. Okay, so again, we're going to do the same thing now. Extend the leg straight out, and that's where we're going to stop. So bring your knee up, wrap your fingers around your toe, and again, don't let your knee fall outward. You really want to work those muscles inside the hip. And if you're able, extend. You're going to curl in the abdominals slightly. Bend and release. One more side, then we're going back down. Okay, find your balance. 2 fingers around the toe. Chest is lifted, abs pulled in, still breathing. And extend. And release. Perfect. Well done. All right, come back down on your mat. We're going to do a front forward bend. So you're using your towel. Okay, I know I was a little aggressive this morning, but I thought I'd take you guys up a notch. Okay, take your legs out wide. They don't have to be as wide as mine, but take them out as wide as you can. You want to feel the stretch through the adductors, and you don't want that stretch to be more than like a 5, 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. If it's really tight and you need to place your hands on blocks or on the floor behind you and you need to lean back to hold your body straight, then you're going to do that. So whether you're here and this is your posture today, or you're able to come forward and you're in a neutral position, so it means your shoulders are above your hips, then be there today. If you're able to roll forward, guys, I've been doing this a really long time. Yeah? So for me to roll forward, it's been years. I do this all the time, almost every day. All right, so if you're forward and you want to keep your shoulders, because we want to keep the back straight, lifting the rib cage, keep the abdominals engaged, and you want to use your blocks, do that. Now, I will tell you in the beginning, I used to use books. It's true. I used to stand up books and use books before I ever had blocks. So it's not, just use whatever you've got. And breathe. Yoga should be about the yoga, not about all the stuff that you get. It takes time. I'm always a proponent to tell you that find out if you really love it first before you start buying supply. All right. Come forward. So as you roll forward, you're either you can push yourself forward a little bit, or gently pull yourself forward. Find what works best for you. And breathe. We're going to hold here, and then we're going to do a side bend. Focusing on your breath. Pull the abdominals in. You're going to roll forward. So you're rolling forward on those hip bones. Good. Relax the shoulders. Keep the abdominals pulled in. We're going to hold for 2 more breaths, and then we're going to do a side bend. Okay, as we go into the side bend, please be careful. Listen to your body. It will tell you what you can or cannot do. You're going to if you're forward, walk yourself back slightly. Now, if you're back here and you're not in a neutral position, please hold where you are. Truth be told, you only really get to go to the side if your pelvis is tilted forward. If you're not there yet, please just hover and hold your space. To go forward, we're going to lean over, do a little teapot, so your right hand is on your hip, your left elbow and arm are in front of your knee. You're going to pull your right shoulder blade back so that opens up the side of the body, and then we're going to bring your arm up and over. So you see how my arm is not touching my head? It shouldn't be laying on my head. It shouldn't be in front of. I'm not reaching my toes today. It's cold outside. I'm a little tight. It's the way it is. But if you see, like if they were to touch, I'm building that little semicircle over so that I can get that stretch all the way down. And I'm pushing my left arm into my leg so I can get that rotation. Okay, you're going to drop the arm down around in front. Come back to center. Okay, so we're slightly forward, and we're going to go the other direction. So as we lean over your little teapot, right arm in front, and you're using that as an anchor. So as you press, right, I'm pressing that arm into my knee so I can pull that left shoulder blade back. And then the arm's going to go up and over my head. Nothing's touching my head. See? I'm not even reaching. It's all totally cool. If you got your toes, wicked. If you don't, perfect. And breathe. So again, we're using that right arm to anchor and press so I can get that rotation through the top upper body. One breath. Okay, we're going to drop the arm down around in front. Now, if you're forward and you want to try something super fun, grab onto your toes, pull your abs in, contract your quads, flex your feet. So you're holding on, gripping onto your toes, push your heels outward, contract your quads, pull your shoulder blades back and together, pull the abdominals in. Welcome to yoga. One breath. Release, bring your hands in center and press yourself up and back and bring your feet in. Take your feet hip width apart, sway your legs from side to side. All right, so we're gonna go into a sitting cobbler's pose since we're already opening up the adductors and opening up the hip. And what we're going to do is work to bring your heels as close to your body as you can. If you find this to be a lot and you need to balance, like prop everything up, the better you can do your props, the more everything will let go. So a lot of people feel because I put something here, I'm not going to get as much out of the posture. In reality, if you need to brace your knees, and you're placing them on the side, if you need to brace your knees, it gives you the ability to focus on coming forward, and it gives the release for the muscles better. So if you need to and then as you move it out, it's going to come down a little bit farther. So bracing your body and putting the blocks and pillows and whatever you need can actually be quite beneficial. So my knees have never touched the floor, ever, 17 years. So if they don't, just breathe. Okay, as we come forward, we're looking to tilt forward at the hip. We're going to lengthen the body, so you're pulling your rib cage forward as you root and ground the sit bones down. And we're aiming our chin forward to in front of our toes, and we're aiming it down to the floor. Use your hands, gently pull yourself forward. Your body will tell you where it wants to go. And breathe. We're holding for 4 more breaths. Alright, here we go. So we inhale and come up. Bring your hands underneath your knees and bring the legs in. Extend them out. sitting twisted posture before we go into corpse. Alright, bend the legs. You're going to reach under the right, grab onto the left, pull it through, and again, make sure that your knee is in line with your hip and your left foot is over here. If you're modifying, your foot stays here. If you're crossing it over and your butt cheek comes up off the floor, first and foremost, we want both butt cheeks on the floor and then the foot second. The turning portion is the last, and if you can't do it, don't. Hold the position here in center first. We're placing the right hand behind, and then just gently pulling that knee over to open up the hip. So you're actively pulling the knee in towards your underarm, so that way you feel that stretch down into the hip. As you're pulling, shift that weight back into the right. And then, if everything is great, you're going to turn. If not, just hold your position. So we're turning through the waist, and we're not overturning the head. Your chin stays in line with the center of your chest. And breathe. Okay, you're going to take one breath in and exhale, open it up. Take a breath in and exhale, come back to center, uncross, switch sides, right goes under, line up your knee, cross the left, and again, if your butt cheek came up, let it drop. If your foot came up, just wait for it. Let everything release and open. Place the left hand behind, actively pulling the left knee over. If you're able to, you're going to lift your chest, turn gently, and pull the knee in. We're actively pulling that knee as you shift the weight back into the hip. One breath in and exhale and rotate out. Good. Take a breath in and exhale. Come back to center. Uncross. We're going to get comfortable for our corpse, Shanasana, and then some vibration. Alright, find a comfortable position. If you want a blanket, have a blanket. If you've got a pillow under your head, do that. And just extend, drop the head, pull your shoulder blades together, opening the chest, palms are down, facing the ceiling, close your eyes, return your breathing to normal, and rest. Slowly open your eyes. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your feet. Bend your knees, plant your feet. You're going to roll to the side and press yourself up into a cross-legged sitting position. The last few weeks we've been doing a vibration with the so if you haven't tried it yet, you should give it a go. It feels really, really good. So you're just going to place your hands. We're going to take a nice long deep breath in. I'll do the first one, then you guys get to join me. So we're going to breathe in. Give it a go. Feels good. Here we go. Inhale. And again. Last one. Namaste. Thanks for joining, guys, and we'll see you next Friday.